Hi everybody, we're here at John Sadler's Auto Repair. Today we have a 2011 Toyota Tacoma TRD package, 4.0 liter. We're changing the front brake pads and we're cleaning and inspecting the rear. And when you notice the parking brake is real far to push down, it's not because of the parking brake cable. It's possibly that could have a problem. But the first thing you want to do is check the rear brake shoe adjustment, because how close the rear brake shoes are to the drum designates how far you have to push down for the parking brake cable. So a lot of people will tighten that cable up and it'll make one brake shoe rub on the drum just a little bit all the time and cause all kinds of other problems. So I'll show you what we found out. So I test drove it. It stops, decently. The pedal's low. That's how I knew about the rear brake shoes, because you have a problem with that. And the front brake pads, you can see how they're worn out, thinner than the material they're made to. And the rule of thumb is when they're as thick as the material they're made to get rid of them. And the brake rotors are still really nice and smooth. There's no pedal shake, so we're going to leave them alone for this brake job. And then when I push the brake caliper pistons in, I noticed on one of the pistons, the little boot here has a little tear in the dust boot. The piston still moves freely, but those are some things you want to be aware of. There shouldn't be any tear at all. As you can see on the other piston, and there's a piston on each side there, there's no tears. So it's that one little tear. The piston moves freely, so I'm not going to lose a lot of sleep over it now, but I'm going to document it, and definitely by next brake job, we're going to either rebuild these calipers or get another one, or a reconditioned one, Okay, now we're going to go back to the rear. And so we can see the secondary shoe, which is the rear shoe. It has more material. And the shoe that's in the front is called a primary shoe. You can see it's quite a bit of material there. And as we come down, the material gets thinner. And the reason that happens is they get out of adjustment. There's a little star adjusting wheel down here that hasn't been adjusted for a very, very long time. So we cleaned all the brake dust out. There was a lot of dust inside of there. And we took the drums and put them over a trash can, tapped them out, cleaned them up. So we can look at the other side. And we can see this front shoe is doing about the same thing as the other side. And the same with the back one. So we're going to clean them up a little bit. We're going to take some sandpaper and sand this surface and clean this up so it doesn't have a glaze on it. I've already sanded that one a little bit to clean it up so there's no glaze. And then we'll put the drums back on and the wheels back on. And there's a little hole in the back of the backing plate back here. Where you put your little adjusting tool in that hole right there with the drum on, so you can get a good accurate adjustment. So that's a little tip. When you're doing your brakes and your pads and stuff, all you really have to do is just be very observant on what you're doing. Just look around, look for things that look different, look for uniformity. When three boots look good, one's got a little tear, you know it's not supposed to be like that. It moves freely, so we're going to leave it alone for this particular moment, but we're going to get it back in here. If there's no problems, at least by next brake job, and either replace it or we'll take those calipers apart and rebuild them. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day.